Hi, this is Anthony. Welcome back to my show. Here are 5 things that you can do this weekend concerning your finances. 1. Open or update your 401k or your 403b or your TSP. Depending on what type of employer you have, will determine which one of these you have. Increase your contributions if you can. A lot of people, when they open them up, only go for the minimum contribution that will still get an employer match. Sometimes that's like 4% or 6%. If you can devote more than increase your contributions, and usually that can be done online easily. Next thing, are you eligible for a Roth IRA, an individual retirement account? This is for people in the United States. Learn about it if you don't know what it is. You can probably open online. I was watching somebody online on a different show. He said it took him under 5 minutes to open it up online. When I opened mine up years ago, I went into a local office and opened it up there, but it's much simpler now. DCA is dollar cost average. Now, for some people, people my age, you can contribute up to $8,000 a year. If you can't put all 8,000 in at one time, then put 1,000 in every month. That's dollar cost averaging. Or, put $100 in every week, or whatever you can do, but try to max that out if you're eligible. And there's some upper income limits, and you have to get a W-2. If you're self-employed, you can probably get a certain type of Roth, but it may be different than a regular Roth. So check that out if you need to. And only invest in things that you understand. If you hear things from people that you don't understand, if you don't know what an annuity is and how it works and how much money the salesperson is getting, then don't invest in anything that you don't understand. There's no investments generally that are good that you have to get today that won't wait until Monday after you do research over the weekend. Ticker symbols are what stocks and mutual funds and ETFs are traded as on the stock exchanges. So ones that you might want to look into are QQQM, that replicates the Nasdaq 100, SPY replicates the S&P 500, and the DIA is an ETF, an exchange traded fund, mutual fund, that replicates the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Those are the 3 big indices that you often hear of when people talk about the stock market. So check those out. They're generally good for just about everybody. Stop using credit cards unless you can pay off the balance at the end of the month. Now, if you use credit cards to get airline miles and you pay them off at the end of the month and you never have to pay interest, great. But a lot of people don't do that. So you need to stop using credit cards. And of course, it's better to pay off your credit card debt now and then other types of high interest debt and avoid new debt. Pay those off now before you start investing in the stock market. With the stock market, on average, you can expect for the long term to make about 10% per year annualized. You're probably paying 29.99%, 30% on your credit cards. It's better to pay those off first, but it's also good to dip your toe into the stock market. Keep track of all expenses, revenue and expenses, down to the penny if you can, for a month or 2 or even longer. And this is sometimes difficult if you have a spouse or a partner who doesn't buy into this. But using this information so you know what's coming in and what's going out, then you can create a spending plan so that you have money set aside for retirement, for an emergency fund, for contributing to perhaps children's education or grandkids' education, to different retirement funds that you may have, as well as spending things day to day. So that's the end of this. I'd love to hear from you. Check out my other videos. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. I respond to all the comments eventually. I read them all. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.